Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of the FIFA 23 Derby Career Mode. Yes, that's right, we are nearing the end of Season 2. This could be the penultimate episode of it depending on what happens today and in the next one, which will be the season finale, obviously. As you can see from the table, we are currently locked in a battle with Leeds United and Burnley for the second automatic promotion spot in the Championship, and we've got 7 games left, starting off today with a trip away to Ipswich. A little bit of a bogey team for me, it's safe to say. We came up with them from League One, but my record against them is not great, it is safe to say. And unfortunately, it was a bit the case today as well. We made a really good start, but I always find it really difficult to play against them. Brenner there missing a really good opportunity 5 minutes in. By his standards, you would expect him to bury it. You can see how close he gets. I say close. That's about a foot wide, which is really disappointing. And we made a brilliant start to this game, all things considered. We've won about, I think it's 6 in a row now. Confidence is high. We're flying. Louis Sibley tests the goalkeeper again, but a really poor shot straight down the middle. And as I said, Ipswich are a bit of a bogey team, and today was no exception, because they came right back into this with Piggott playing a great ball through to Chaplin. He lays it off to Harness. Harness tees it back to Piggott, and Piggott hits it, but a great save by Blake Daniels denies him. And it was a very to-and-fro game, to be fair. I've kind of been blowing teams away in the last few weeks. It's been a bit easier for me, but just something about today just made it a lot more. I don't know, maybe it's a mental block, I'm not 100% sure, but I was missing chances. You can tell by the Garnacho one there, and I was made to pay for missing my efforts as Piggott goes through and makes it 1-0 to Ipswich on the 27th minute. It was a very end-to-end game. Normally I'm very clinical with my chances, I tend to put them away, but unfortunately it was not the case in this game, and I gave the Tractor Boys the lead. It was just one of those days, really, where it felt like no matter what I did, I just wasn't going to hit the back of the net, and unfortunately, they were just a little bit more clinical. As Harness here, this annoys me a little bit. It's a great save by Blake Daniels to save it from Harness, but it falls right back into the path of Chaplin, and it's a decent finish. In all honesty, I haven't had many kind of real rebound goals against me this year, so I can't complain too much. It just felt a little bit at the time like, it felt a little bit against me already, considering the chances that I'd had before them. And it made me go to a 3-4-1-2 at half-time. I thought, I've got to go hell for leather. We need to win this game. And we stung the palms of the goalkeeper there with Garnacho, but every time Ipswich came forward, they looked like they were going to score. Chaplin played it into Piggott here, and only a brilliant save by Blake Daniels stopped it from being a bit embarrassing and being 3-0. All this is before the hour mark. You can tell we were making chances. Brenner goes through on goal here, and normally I hit it there, and I just finish the chance, but for whatever reason my radar was a little bit off and I didn't score there. And if Brenner can't score, then we really are in trouble. And we played him through again here, but their defence was just so good. Donassi, and they're having the pace to get away from him. Chermiti rolls his man. It's a great block, and there was always an Ipswich man in the way no matter what I did, no matter how many chances I created. It was just one of those days where it just was not going to go in, and we all know that that's not enjoyable. As Sibley, it's a brilliant hit. He's even used the wrong hand to save that. He was showboating a little bit. And we kick off the episode with an unprecedented defeat. It's not something that we've become accustomed to recently, and I needed to rectify that against Bristol City here at Pride Park. Our home record recently has been very good, so I was hoping to kind of right some wrongs. It was a very quiet start to the game. We didn't really do much, and Bristol City had the first real attack of it here, where they play it to De Silva and to Williams. He finds Bell. That is some finish, to be fair. He hits it first time, and it's almost a bit like it loops over the goalie. It's not even really a kind of power shot. He just loops it over the goalkeeper. It's like he guides it. It's a brilliant effort, to be fair. Can Blake Daniels do better? Probably not, really. I think it catches him off guard a little bit. And it was a very quiet game, not a lot really happening, but some good press here from Sibley. He allows us to play the ball to Brenner. I swear Garnacho's offside there, but the Argentine manages to make it 1-1, sorry, and I have to say, I'm glad he's coming to form at just the right time. There's no question in my mind that he's offside there, and we've got away with one. If anyone in the comment section can explain who's playing him on, that'd be brilliant. I think it might be their left back or their left centre back, but either way, very lucky, it is safe to say. And that obviously gave us fresh impetus because we scored on the stroke of half time. How do we follow that up? Concede straight away in the second half, literally within 3 minutes of the second half. Their first attack. It's a brilliant finish by Andy Weimann. What a player he is, by the way. Can you remember when he was playing it for Aston Villa in the Premier League and was nothing more than a substitute? And what he's done in the Championship was incredible. And we're lucky it wasn't 3. That's a really bad miss from him, actually. I was just giving him praise. That's a really poor miss. And could we make them pay? That is the question. We didn't against Ipswich, but it's a different day today as Chermiti rolls his defender brilliantly. He's very much the unsung hero, I feel, of this save. He's... Obviously, Brenner gets a lot of the plaudits because he is top goal scorer and he's kind of, our talisman up front with over 30 goals. Chermiti, though, had to fight his way to get into the team ahead of Jones at the start of the season. And since I put him in, I've never really looked back. He's now up over near the 25 goal mark. I think that was his 23rd goal of the season. So he's playing absolutely out of his skin. And he puts us 3-2 up as well. He is just, I don't want to say lethal, because obviously we saw it in the last game that he's not. But his finishing is excellent. He's got brilliant movement. He just seems to be able to find space and just take shots from places that you shouldn't be able to and finish them. He is, like I said, the unsung hero, and we got away with that there. That was more clinical. We had 4 shots, we scored 3 of them. They had 6 and scored 2. So we really, really got away with it in that game, to be honest. After that was a trip to QPR, and it's that man, Chermiti, on the ball, and he scores another goal. 1-0 in. That's terrible commentary, Mark. On the ball, and he scores. What is that? I'm so sorry. But you can see here, I think I left this in. 22 goals. That's his 22nd goal of the season. Ridiculous stat for a guy who basically was fighting for his place at the start of the season. But you know me, we go 1-0 up. Literally 5 minutes later, we concede. Elias Chair, who is a player I was considering buying because I really rate this guy. I follow the Championship quite avidly in real life, and he's arguably my favourite player in the Championship. Elias Chair, I think he's absolutely amazing. Obviously, I'm not particularly happy with it because it's really poor defending, but you can't deny the quality that lad has. We fought back though. Tanganga plays in Brenner, and it's a decent save by the goalkeeper on his wrong foot. But we were beginning to carve out a lot of chances in this game, and Jimenez has been such a revelation this season. Probably should have squared it there rather than shot, but he just went for it, and I can't criticise him for that. It wasn't the worst effort in the world, but in hindsight, passing it was probably the better option. We did pass it to Kenneth Brenner to make it 2-1, and don't forget him, even though I'm giving Chermiti loads of praise in this episode, don't be fooled. Brenner is still the number 1 man. You can tell it's awful goalkeeping. It's right down the centre of the net. It's terrible. He's already falling over before the ball's even gone into the net. It's a horrific piece of goalkeeping. And before the half-time, we were trying to kill the game off and make it 3-1. Brenner cuts inside here, tees it back to Garnacho, and he obliges with a lovely finish on his wrong foot into the far corner. I have to say, since I moved him to Cam, we've been a lot more progressive going forward, and I do feel that we carry a bit more of a threat than when Sibley was playing there. That's no offence to Sibley, because obviously he's one of my favourite players and arguably will be here till the end of the career mode, but I do feel with Garnacho he adds a little bit of spice to that Cam role. Maybe this guy could fill it. Elias Chair scoring yet again here. It's a lovely work move by QPR. It's poor defending. The defence gets separated out and no one's covering that inside channel, and it was really disappointing, but ultimately it was not a bad goal really from their point of view. A mixture of both, I would say. Chermiti goes in on goal here, and it's a great save by the goalkeeper to keep it 3-2, and I thought, please don't let us throw points away here. We're chasing 2 arguably Premier League teams. We need to make sure that we finish this off and get the 3 points, and we managed to do that through Garnacho, who adds in a 4th there with a lovely finish, and that was how the game would end. Like I said, lots and lots of goals at the moment, apart from against Ipswich. I think that's the biggest credit I can give to them, is that we actually score against everybody, and we didn't score against them. And to finish off today's episode, we took on Hull at Pride Park. Hopefully we can get another win here and keep up the pressure, because that defeat against Ipswich has killed any chance of me really going for first place against Nottingham Forest. I can't see them dropping that many. We were 9 behind them at the start of the episode. I think that dropped down to 12 after we lost. So we are literally playing for second, but we made a really good start here as Elliot Anderson gets his first goal for the club. Remember, I thought he'd scored in a couple of episodes ago, but actually it came off the goalkeeper and was given his own goal, unfortunately for him. But he does open his account today against Hull, and it wasn't soon before he would get a second either. Garnacho does really, really well on the ball here. Not the best pass in the world, but wins it back, and that's what matters. Brenner lays it off, and there is Anderson again. Lovely finish into that far corner. That's my favourite finish so far of FIFA 23, is literally that just hit across the goalkeeper, usually in the right hand channel, into the far corner of the net. If it's an ultimate team, it's Haaland. Vice versa, left into the left. It's brilliant. Chermiti goes through on goal here. We were absolutely clinical in this game. 3-0 up within 25 minutes. An absolute tonking we were giving Hull in this game. I almost feel bad, but not really, because we needed to boost the goal difference. It's worth noting that we've actually gone over 100 goals in this episode for the season, for the third time in a row. We are pretty good going forward. I'd like to think I give you guys entertainment value in terms of the goals, but I mean, I don't know what that was from Chermiti. It was an awful pass. And we were looking for a fourth before half time. Would we get it? Garnacho to Chermiti, tees it to himself. It's a great save by the goalkeeper. But yeah, I'd like to think that you guys get value for money in terms of the entertainment, because I score a lot of goals and I concede a lot of goals on FIFA. This is a fourth one of the day. Simply rolls it into that top corner on the opposite side. It's a lovely, lovely finish. Lovely ball through to him as well, and he finishes it expertly. I have to give credit as well to Njezovic, who I think has been really, really good in that CDM role. It might not show in the amount of goals that we've conceded, as proven there, but I have to say I think he's going to be a very, very big player for us going forward. I think he's a phenomenal talent, and hopefully when I learn how to defend, or I get a system that enables me to defend a little bit better, he will kind of come to the fore. Garnacho as well has come to the fore quite a lot recently. That's another goal for him there as we make it 5. And I have to say his form is one of the reasons why we've suddenly had a really big upturn. He didn't turn up against Ipswich, and to be fair, neither did Brenner or Chermiti, and that sort of explains why we didn't get any goals, really. Were we done though at 5-1? You can't keep this man down. It's the first time I've really used a power shot in this save properly. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a punt with Brenner. And I have to say, this is arguably one of the best goals I've scored. You can argue about the goalkeeping, but he's hit it so hard. It's past the goalkeeper before he's even dived. It's such a great finish. And I believe that takes Brenner to around about 35 goals this season, which is an unreal statistic. You know, for where we got him from. There you go, 35 goals in 41 matches. The guy is absolutely unbelievable. We nearly got a 7th in injury time, really simply hitting the post, but the FIFA gods were smiling upon Hull that moment, and they managed to get away with it. But a pretty convincing win. We bounced back really well to that Ipswich defeat, but you can tell it's been costly. We would be 6 points behind Nottingham Forest had we not had that, and we would also be ahead of Leeds United. As it stands, we are still in the playoff positions. Third, we're 2 points behind Leeds, who currently occupy that other automatic promotion spot, and 2 ahead of Burnley. It's guaranteed that we've got the playoffs. It's now a case of, can we make it promotion? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to be able to make it or not? Next episode will be a live commentary. I will be commentating on the final 3 games of the season live here for you, and one of those games is away at West Brom, who are also chasing a playoff position. So it's going to be quite difficult. I'm hoping that we can make it, but I'm not 100% sure. Leeds have been really consistent in recent weeks, and so have Burnley. So we've just got to try and do our best, and I've just got to play a stonker and hope that that will be enough. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you for hopefully what will be the Season 2 finale, and we can get promoted next time out. If not, it's playoffs. Oh dear. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until I see you again, stay cool.